physically and mentally out of it or demoralized or weak or tired. And, this isn't going to be a peaceful, easy transition where it's going to be simple. One way or another, we're going in one direction or another. We're going to go down the path to freedom, or we're going to go into continued and more overt slavery of us souls. So I think there's going to be casualties throughout this process. Some people aren't going to be able to do it, and they're just going to turn their backs, and they're not going to be able to participate. I don't know for sure. But I think if you consider like the 100th monkey syndrome, and if you consider this kind of taking off almost like going viral, that we can reach a tipping point. Like if we have enough people involved, that it's going to cause a wave effect and get the rest of the people, or enough of the people who might have not taken action, to take action. The only thing we can do wrong is not take action. If we stop now and say, and if I was to say, you know what, Gary, I'm done. I'm going to go get a job at McDonald's, and thanks for all the time and hours spent on your show, but I'm giving up on this movement, and I'm not going to try and be a catalyst for change anymore. Then what's going to happen? I feel like I would be doing myself and as many people as I can reach an injustice, because I'm here to convince people if just one person can take action, and then we can start convincing one other person, and your show and other shows and listeners can start saying, yes, I'll do it, I'll spread the word, then I'm not going to go away, and I'm going to continue to put out this solution and get people and ask people to please take action. It might start small, and you said it might take 100 years, but I'm putting it out now so that 100 years from now, the people can go back and listen to this show and other shows and write down the notes and say the ideas, and maybe we can say at that point, okay, it's been 100 years since this person and these people came out with the solution, and they were driving the people to make a change, and they wouldn't. But now we know. Now we're going to do it. So if it doesn't work now, I'm still going to keep putting out the information. I'm still going to keep pushing for it. I've already dedicated my life to it. I'm not going to turn around and quit. I'm going to keep going forward with it, and I see that we're picking up momentum. So I'm not worried. I think that we're in a good place, and things are getting better.
Well, I think it is a time for a change, because like I said at the beginning of the show, there's a lot of people out there that have college degrees working at McDonald's because they can't find a job anymore. I mean, what jobs are really out there anymore? They're either working in fast foods, right, or working in retail, or, washing cars at a car lot. I don't know, or being a salesman. I mean, the jobs are gone because we drove them away. That's number one. What is my grandkids going to do for employment? How are they going to support themselves? House prices are crazy. It's ready for a big bubble, worse than last time. I mean, the economy is ready to dissolve at any time. I mean, all it would take the wrong word from somebody in a political office to say the wrong thing. We could watch the stock market tank right away. I mean,
easily.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's scary. I mean, and then, I hate to say it, when you got somebody, I don't care if it's this president or any president, he'll get up there and say, well, the economy is really rosy. It's doing better than it has in years. Is it? No, I don't think it is, because the homeless amount of people are so much higher than they ever has been. Younger people can't afford to go buy houses anymore. Rents are outrageous. Food costs are outrageous. And, be able to save money is really hard to do for when you retire. And you don't even know if the money is going to be any good when you're at the age when you do retire, because I'll tell you something. When I'm retired right now, and my monthly Social Security check, if my wife wasn't still working and we didn't have a little bit of, own what we have, I would be starving to death. It's ridiculous. And now, in our Congress right now, they're trying to figure out ways to, people on Social Security, they feel they get too much money. So they want to figure a way how to make it where you get less money. For they can balance our budget. You get it? Balance our budget. When they're screwing the budget up like crazy right now, nay, let's take it from the old people right now, right? They're not going to live much longer. But, let them go in more poverty than ever before. And we got to balance our budget out somehow. Stop frickin' spending money stupid. That's simple. I tell that to one of my kids on a daily basis, Stop spending your money stupidly. Smoke your money away, and then you wonder why you have no money at the end of the week. That's stupid.
Exactly. It's ridiculous. But people are we live in a society that has programmed people to respond to a dopamine rush in all kinds of different ways. It can come from drinking a Red Bull, smoking a cigarette, smoking pot, doing cocaine, watching an action-adventure movie or a TV show, driving fast, having sex, going to bars, eating a Burger King, fast food, sugar, high fructose corn syrup. It's all basically made to addict you to this dopamine rush. Everything is basically a dopamine rush. So if you can pull yourself out of that cycle and remove any kind of toxins from your life and just get down to where you're eating basically a vegan, raw, vegetable, nut diet, you could remove yourself and, it makes life different. I'm I'm doing that again. I've done that before and I'm doing it again now. I've removed dead cooked animals from my diet and I'm not a smoker and I don't do drugs. And I don't drink alcohol, so I'm kind of getting myself to the point where I have no insulin rush and I have no dopamine rush, and I'm pretty much at an equilibrium where I'm not under the control of any outside influences.
No, yeah.
But it takes a lot of willpower. How are you going to convince 330 million Americans to stop eating fast food and stop eating dead cooked animals and get control over the vibrations that are coming in?
It's hard because even me, okay, I'm overweight. And I decided 2 weeks ago, I said, I was up to drinking 3 bottles of soda a day. The one that starts with a big C, right? And I started, I started not feeling good at all. I mean, tired all the time. And then I decided, okay, I'm going to cut it down. I'm down to 1 now every 2 days. And then I started drinking water. I'll be honest with you. I've gone 15 years and maybe drank a dozen glasses of water. I'm not joking.
Wow.
I mean, wow. I just never drank water. I got my liquid by drinking Coca-Cola. Okay? And I got a lot of health issues, and it's because I know since I was a little kid, 6, 7 years old, I got hooked on Coke. The hardest thing I found was for me, when I started laying back on the Coke, was the migraine headaches.
Yeah.
Okay, because the caffeine they put in there purposely because they can't put, the original ingredient in it. They haven't been able to do that for almost 100 years, but they can substitute something else that's almost as bad and it's addicted. So when you quit cold turkey, you get sick. So the first thing you do, I got this bad headache, right? I got to drink a Coke. Well, drinking a cup of coffee or two doesn't have the same kick as a bottle of Coke has. I hate to say it, but it's all the crap food that people eat. I mean, seriously, I'm surprised people live past 30 years old with all that shit that they go buy, like Cheetos and tortilla chips and potato chips, fake ice cream that's made out of powder and of ingredients that has no dairy in it. Ice cream you go buy in a carton, right? And if you forget to put it away and you leave it on the counter, guess what? The next day, and there's a couple major brands that'll do that. One starts with a D, and I'm not saying anything more than that. You leave it out on the counter, right? The next day, you go look at it, take the cover off, and it's still there intact.
Really? It's made out of just fake ingredients they're going to just, and they mess your intestines and your whole endocrine system up. I mean, even caffeine. Caffeine, if you're drinking too much coffee or taking caffeine, it will exhaust your adrenal system, and it'll cause adrenal fatigue and adrenal failure, and that'll keeping body fat on. And for you, Gary, and for your audience, if you really want to get to to where you're in control of your body fat levels, your insulin levels, and you're learning about intermittent fasting from a doctor, someone who has decided to jump outside of just traditional medical field and get into real nutrition that helps you become lean and reverse diabetes and adrenal failure, you have to go on YouTube and watch Dr. Eric Berg. His first name is it's E-R-I-C, and Berg, B-E-R-G. There's all kinds of free videos on his channel, and you can learn easily how to eat properly, which includes intermittent fasting. We've been programmed to think we need 3 meals a day, and we really don't. I mean, and what we're eating, we really don't need to eat. We need a good, maybe 1 meal a day tops, long-term intermittent fasting. I usually eat 1 to 2 meals a day, and I always go at least 12 to 16 to 18 hours without eating my first meal for the day. And I'm able to keep my intestines empty and flowing and not dunked up with a bunch of garbage. I don't drink any caffeine now because I've realized that it fatigues your adrenal glands, and if your adrenal glands are fatigued, you're going to create cortisol, and you're going to keep body fat all over your body and around your gut. So check it out.
And you're going to be wore out and tired all the time, no energy, and a whole bunch of other side effects. Hey, our time is almost up again. I want if you want to give out an email, or if you want to give out your Facebook again, where they can send about the promissory notes, get information from you. We need to get that out again one more time here.
Yes. And here's the plan. Here's the plan for the first date that everyone's going to issue their first promissory note. It's going to be April 15th. Isn't April 15th tax day 2019?
I think it's 15th or 18th. I don't know.
I think they might have changed it even to the 17th. I know my dad's birthday is April 15th, and so I always knew that as tax day. So on April 15th, I want everybody to email me for the promissory note and the Path to Freedom document and the supporting information. I'm going to give you the template to make your promissory note and a promissory note example so you can follow, so you can copy it and substitute the information with your info. The statutes and codes and the reasons why the promissory note is legit, and supporting information, the Path to Freedom document, and also if whoever wants to write their story, I'm going to give you the PDF copy of my book, How to Write a Screenplay in 30 Days or Less, and you can always contact me with questions about your screenplay or your book and the book publishing process. So contact me on Facebook at ronald.farnham, RONALD F like in Frank, ARN, like in Nancy, HAM, like in Mary, Ronald.Farnham. Or you can email me at farnham.ronald@gmail.com, and I'll send you all this stuff, and we can open up dialogue, and then it's up to you people, you living souls, to start spreading the truth to your friends and family. And so think April 15th for the first promissory note, and let's get started.
Okay, Ronald. Hey, Ronald, you'll be on again, next month?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. And I'll be checking into that Augusta, Georgia lawsuit for billions of dollars that I sued them for, and I'm waiting to see what the courts are going to decide because I conditionally accepted to their offer. So I hope to have a good update on that. I'll let you know how we're going on the promissory note thing. I have another book coming out. I'm wrapping on another movie. I'm in the middle of another movie that I'm starting about the Lines of Destiny, which is about bloodlines and timelines and how CERN and the powers that be are controlling our reality. So there'll be a lot to talk about, and progress. I always want to give you some progress and calls to action, so it'll definitely be on next month. I appreciate you, Gary. I appreciate being on and what you're doing and allowing me to speak from the heart, and I'm forever indebted to you.
Okay, sir. Well, you have a great week. It's coming up, and we'll talk to you in about a month. And if anything breaks major, you know how to get a hold of me. You take care now, okay?
All right, I sure will. Thanks again. Good night, Gary.
Okay, good night. But, that's what I'm kind of really worried about is the economy right now, because I've been watching, I get all the different news subscriptions, and I read the news constantly from morning to night, all the different articles that appear, and they're saying we're headed towards the first quarter of 18, starting into a mild recession. Now, what is a mild recession? again, I think we're in one because there's so many young people out here that can't even find jobs, and the jobs that are out there